exceptional care in an exotic tropical setting at about half the price that you would pay here. Our U.S. educated doctors are the only doctors in Latin America certified by the American Board of Cosmetic Dentistry. We provide you white glove service, discounted travel, and transportation. We make going to the dentist fun again. Remember, don't make the clear choice, make the right choice. The Dental Concierge.
And we are back. This is another show. This is a new expert tonight. You know, we had so many people ask us about dental implants, and we just didn't have an opening until recently. And I was so lucky. This is not just dental implants, folks. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss tonight. We are going to show you a whole different way with dental implants. Look, he's laughing. We're going to show you a whole different way, less expensive and more exciting. I want to introduce you to the CFO of Dental Course. God, I cannot believe it.
The Dental Concierge.
Concierge. I know that. Ross is the CFO. And we are going to take you on a journey tonight that is going to blow you away. A lot of those people out there who were interested in doing dental implants until they went through what you went through, Ross, about finding out how much it costs. You got to mortgage the home and... go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you the story. Like other people, I had a dental need. I went to my local doctor, which I've been going to around 30 years, my whole family and such. But he doesn't specialize in dental implants, but he does everything else. And he consulted with another doctor. It turned out he wanted to charge me over $50,000. That was a sticker shock for me. So I went home and I had a couple of friends tell me about, you should go to Costa Rica, dental tourism. You can get it really cheap over there and save a lot of money. But I was a little skeptical because I don't want to go to another country. I don't know if they spoke, spoke English.
Right.
What ifs? There's a lot of what ifs. And, what is this? Pedro in the garage pulling down the curtain?
Yes.
I do live in Miami, and I figured after my research, I called to a few dentists over in Costa, and I was getting good prices that I couldn't believe what a difference it was from the States to Costa Rica. So I looked at it, I go, it's only a 2-hour, $200 flight. Let me take a flight over there, really check it out, and give them a surprise visit. So I went to a few dentist offices, and of course, the usual, they left me out in the lobby for a couple hours. It was too busy to talk to me, and I told them that, hey, I just got off a plane. I wanted to, interview you because I need work done. And after visiting a few places, I was about to fly back home, very discouraged. And I actually talked to my driver and told him what I was doing. And he says, there's a doctor that I heard about that actually went to school in the USA, and maybe you should go see him. And I said to him, well, do we have time before my flight? He goes, actually, I'll take you over. Really nice and everything. So I went over there and I walked into the office, and they offered me a bottle of water, a cappuccino, espresso, very nice office. I was just totally blown away. Around 10 minutes later, the doctor comes up and introduces himself, and it says, do you have your x-rays? I said, yeah, I have them on my phone. I'll email them to you. And he looked it over, and I told him what they wanted to charge.
Wait a minute. Now, what did the office look like?
Oh, it's beautiful. As a matter of fact, it's all surrounded by glass. You're sitting in your dental chair, and you look out to the, they have beautiful rainforest over there. It's a beautiful country. I've been going there for years surfing myself, but I never went over there for dental needs. So the whole office was very, it was nicer than my dentist here.
Okay. So it wasn't some back alley place.
No, it wasn't people pulling the curtain in the garage.
Yes.
No. No, this is a very professional office. And like I said, just by their hospitality and how they greeted me, I was totally blown away. And then the doctor came out 10 minutes later, and he brought me in his office. I showed him my x-rays and stuff. And he said, what are you looking to get done? I said, well, I want all new implants on the upper arch. And I said, excuse me. And I said, while I'm doing that, I might as well get veneers on my bottom, to match, to make sure I had the perfect smile. So he brought me in the chair real quick, and he goes, first of all, I'm 5 generations of dentistry. If you look at the old chair on the office, that was my great-great-grandfather's chair. And I didn't get into the business just to make a lot of money. Granted, I do make money, and of course, but let me explain. First of all, you don't need veneers on the bottom. I don't like to ruin good teeth.
Okay.
That's the last thing I want to do as a dentist is ruin good teeth. And he downsold me. And he says, I can do your whole arch, and you're going to need a sinus lift and some bone graft. And it's actually a 2-step process, but I can do all that for you for $18,000. I said, wow, that's a big spread.
That's a major.
And major spread. And I said, well, he took my information, I took his, and I said, I'll get back to him because I had to grab the flight. And I went back home, and I was thinking about it, and I'm saying, my localist, Fred, I love the guy. I go boating with him, and I didn't know how to explain that, I wasn't going to use him. And I went to Fred, and I said, Fred, let me ask you a question. If I brought in a brand new dentist chair in a box, and I told you it was for $55,000, and a stranger came in 10 minutes later with the exact same chair in the box for $20,000, still buy from me? He says, well, Ross, I love you and stuff, but that's a big spread. No,
Yes.
I would buy the chair for the other guy. And I said, I love you too, Fred. I'm in Costa Rica.
So people would say, because I'm sure people are thinking right now, well, the difference is going to be made up in the airfare and the hotel. But that is totally not true, especially with how big the spread is.
Oh, no. And I said, Fred, we've been friend, if this was a $2,000 or a $3,000 or even $5,000 spread, I probably would stick with you. But, that's too much of a spread. But at least you can do is consult for me. And I said, when I get it done, every step, I want you to look at it and consult for me. And I said to Fred, by the way, are you accredited on the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry? He said, no, but the gentleman that I recommended for you is accredited. And oh, okay. So long story short, I called back to the doctor. I made my reservations. And first of all, it was only a 200 round trip.
That's it?
From Miami to Costa Rica. That's it. And actually, it's a shorter trip than if I was flying to New York.
Okay.
Okay. It was only a 2.5 hours. So I went there. They picked me up in a beautiful Mercedes van. Very nice. A nice, courteous driver. Met me at customs. Picked me right up, grabbed my suitcase, put me in the van. We went to and by the way, I set up a nice hotel. It wasn't that expensive at all. But the driver picked me up at the airport, brought me to the office. I had a quick consultation with the doctor, and he says, my driver will pick you up at the hotel. What hotel are you staying at? And my driver will be there at 9 o'clock. And we're going to do the surgery tomorrow. And this is what we're going to do. And welcome and congratulations on the first step of your process. And by the way, my process, the first step, Monday, and I was home by a Friday.
Wow. Now you had uppers and lower?
No, I had the full upper, and I was going to do veneers because I wanted them to match. I figure if I'm having brand new teeth on the top. But no, he says, again, he didn't want to ruin my bottom teeth because with veneers, you have to, of course, you put a porcelain cap over it. But he says, no, Ross, you don't need that. And of course, I'll make less money, but I don't want to ruin good teeth. All you really need is a really good bleaching. And he said, by the way, my machine is called the Blast White machine. It's made out of Germany. Cosmetic dentistry over in the U.S. will charge you $100 bleaching. I only charge you $350. And since you're doing your arch, I'll give you a couple, but it's only going to cost you $350.
Wow. So you can travel, and now it's not just Costa Rica, though, right?
Well, I'll tell you the end of the story. With the COVID, when that started last year, there's a two-step process. The process is you would go in on a Monday and leave on a Friday. Quite simply, they have to leave you there for a minimum of 3 days because when you get stitches in your mouth or stitches, you're not allowed to fly. But
okay,
the course of action is a minimum of 3 days. So it's Monday, and then you're home on a Friday.
That's a vacation, though.
Yeah, it was a vacation. Really, a lot of people. When I had surgery on Tuesday, I was back in the hotel room. I probably had around 4 milkshakes because I felt really good on my gums with the stitches, and I just rested. But the next day, I went to see him because he did an impression on my mouth. He gave me free dentures, so I could at least have a smile. And then I had some swelling. By the time I got home the following week, the swelling was down, and I really didn't have any downtime. So the couple days when I was waiting to get my dentures and stuff, I did some tours and saw the beautiful rainforest, went to Jaco Beach. Of course, I didn't swim because of the stitches. It was a nice experience, and I flew back on Friday, and Monday I went right into Fred's office, my dentist I've known for 30 years, and I said, take an x-ray and tell me what you think. And he took the x-ray and came back into the room and said, Ross, I got to tell you, he did a perfect job.
Wow.
And he goes, wow, you're healing up really nice. And he goes, I'm not going to, kid you. No, he did a perfect job. I said, great, because I got to wait around 6 months for the bone to heal, and then I'm going for the second process. You see, when you get implants, bone graft and stuff like that, and you have to wait for that bone to heal. Now, you might hear on other companies, oh, we'll do it in 3 to 4 months, or no, that's just sugarcoating it. And to do it properly where you have no issues, you got to wait a minimum of 5 to 6 months. That's just Mother Nature. And you just got to wait for that completion before you go do the second process.
Well, I know
the second process is.
I know some people out there have heard. Well, I heard you could get it for 8 to 12,000. But first of all, I found out that was like for 2 teeth. That wasn't for the entire upper bridge.
No, it's a process. And by the way. He is the only doctor in Latin America and Cancun, Mexico, because back when we had the COVID going on, the deep COVID lockdown last July, the American Tourism Association of America came out that Cancun was the place to fly to. It was the first one that was opened up. Well, my doctor went to UCLA in California, and he happened to have a colleague that was a lawyer and owned a building. Now, he had around 40 patients that needed to come back for the second process to get their real teeth. And with Cancun being shut down, that was a good time for him to open up he opened up an office in Cancun, Mexico. And now rework both offices, which is great, is you can travel to Cancun on your first visit, or vice versa, go to Costa Rica. The only difference is you're going to the flight, the cost of the flight. The cost
Exactly.
is the same. You still get, the highest qualified doctor, and now you can split it up, or you can just go to one place, whatever you prefer. But I'm finding that a lot of people, especially coming out of Texas in this part of the state, it's only an hour flight to Cancun, so they rather do the first process there, and then of course the second process, you have to wait. You go in on a Monday, but you go home on the following Friday.
Okay.
The reason is the process. This is something that's for the rest of your life. So you don't want to rush it, okay? And you don't want to have other complications. So you have to do it the right, it's not my way or the dentist way. It's the right way of doing things. And, when paying that kind of money, you want it done perfectly.
Oh, exactly.
So the second trip is we have a mock-up system, a proprietary software system where we take lots of images of your facial expressions, first of all. And that goes through a process where we can design teeth that will fit your facial expressions. I always say you don't want to look like the guy in the golf cart, okay, in the commercial, and you don't want to look like you have chiclets either.
Right.
Okay. So the first process is we do that mock-up imagery of your facial expressions, and then we go into our lab and we do an acrylic version of it. So when we put that in, we have the customer use it for a couple days, and maybe the canines need to be shaved down, or they send pictures back to family members or their wife or girlfriend, to make sure that those teeth fit his facial expressions, and most importantly, that he is 100% happy with the look. Once we accomplish that, and then the doctor they would decide the color of the teeth, because you don't want to look bright white where they're going to look fake. You got to go with the tone of the skin and your facial expressions to make them look natural as possible. So once we do that, then they go into the lab and make them, it's called super zirconium, superstructure as they call it, but it's the hardest substance. And when it's all done, when you can look on my website or my YouTube channel, you can see teeth that were just made for clients. They look real. They absolutely look real.
Speaking of that, Ross, we got to go to break. Give everybody your phone number and your website address.
Okay, my number is 1-800-723-9513, and my website is www.thedentalconcierge.com.
We're going to be right back with Ross. And I got to tell you, this is so amazing what you're doing. We'll be right back with more, talking about dental implants tonight.
If you're considering a smile makeover, the Dental Concierge can save you thousands on exceptional care in an exotic tropical setting at about half the price that you would pay here. Our U.S. educated doctors are the only doctors in Latin America certified by the American Board of Cosmetic Dentistry. We provide you white glove service, discounted travel, and transportation. We make going to the dentist fun again. Remember, don't make the clear choice, make the right choice. The Dental Concierge.
And we are back. Tonight, we're with a new expert. Gotta make sure it's the Dental Concierge. We're speaking with the CFO of the company, who's also a patient, was a patient. We're here talking to Ross. This is so amazing because I hear now more and more people say, and it's not just for dental implants. We're going to go to Mexico or Costa Rica because they've got really good doctors down there and they're doing things that they aren't doing here and the cost is better. This is nothing new. People are talking about, my girlfriend's she wants to start ordering some of her meds from Mexico, and she is in the healthcare business. So this is an incredible concept where you can, God, listen, who doesn't want to go to Cancun or Costa Rica, some of the most beautiful beaches, get these dental implants for so much less. And I got to tell you, we haven't talked about this. The teeth changes your whole life, Ross, when you're missing teeth.
Well, there's a lot of issues, medical issues that could compound about if you don't take care of your dental health. There's a lot of, you can get bacteria and it goes into your gums and your bone, and you can have some serious issues from that. And I'm learning about that myself more and more. But when I was discussing with you earlier about the second process, and by the way, we only use the best materials that are available in dentistry. Our implants are made out of titanium implant. We give a lifetime guarantee as long as you maintain them. And we make all of our teeth in the lab, super zirconia superstructure, as we call it. And again, just because you're going to another country, you're still getting a U.S. doctor. You're just not paying those U.S. prices.
Right. And you're going to a beautiful location.
And what we're explaining, the reason the second time, when we make the acrylic teeth, reshape them, and then we're going to make the real ones. And that takes around 5 days to do, because these guys are like artists. Da Vinci's in the lab. Everything is all handmade to perfection. And keep in mind, when we put those real teeth in, we need a couple days to adjust the bites. We don't let you go home until they're 100%. And most importantly, the client is 100% happy. And like myself, when I got back, everybody said, "What did you do, plastic surgery?" I said, "No, I just got new teeth." Because actually, you look younger, it pushes out your face because you have a full smile. You look younger, and to tell you the truth, Mike, 98% of our clients get very emotional because some of these people have smiled in 25 years. And,
I know.
It's very gratifying for us and the dentist. You got a 70-year-old man really getting very emotional. It changed his life. I just had a gentleman say, "Hey, Ross, I'm back in the game. I'm 75. I got my new teeth. I'm going. Do you know any plastic surgeons down in Mexico? Because I'm going back and getting a facelift."
That, I totally understand how, especially if you're missing a tooth, you don't smile normal like you normally would do, and you're wondering if people are looking at you and staring at you. It really does change your life, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It really does. And, when I was down there for the second time and I was about to leave the day before, I was in my hotel room and talking to my wife and showing her and showing everybody, through the Zoom, and everybody's "You sure you weren't down there getting plastic surgery?" I said, "No, I just got new teeth." But I was reading something interesting over the Miami Herald, and it said Medicaid is discontinued for senior citizens. Now, I was thinking to myself, and I was seeing the kind of clientele that was in the office, and you get a lot of Midwesterns and Southern people, and I don't even know how they really communicated, first of all, but the attitude of these kind of people where, they really don't take anything serious, especially if you have a Spanish accent. And mind, a Colombian girl. So the next day, that night, just a light went off, and I said, "Wow, I can help a lot of people here. And granted, I can make money, but there's such a large spread. But if they had someone to talk to that experienced it, and talk to someone that was, American, maybe they'll feel more confident, and really, I can really beef this up." So I thought about it. What would I call the company? I said, concierge, service. I go, "Hey, how about the dental concierge?" So I did it all. And next day I went in, I said, after talking to your girl at the front desk, there might be a communication problem here, with a lot of Mid-Americans or Southerners. He goes, yo, I agree. I go, listen, I got a good idea. I just named our new company, the Dental Concierge. And I want to help you get more clients. And I see a good opportunity here, most importantly, to help a lot of people, because that's a big spread. And first of all, I was very impressed when you downsold me, actually, because you said I don't need veneers. You didn't want to ruin my teeth. You had me right there, first of all. But
Right.
now that I'm all done, I mean, this is perfect. And I said, why don't you teach me the pricing and the foundation of everything, and pay my flight, and I'll stay a couple days and pay for my room. And I said, let me see if I can work something out where I can get you more clients and help other people. So he thought it over, and he did. I stayed a couple days, and I said, give me some of these old leads that you got, and I'll call them up. Well, I got them a lot of customers those next 2 weeks, and that's how we formed the Dental Concierge. But the
Were
Dental
you surprised that
Concierge,
name was available?
I was very surprised, and I was excited about it because I just, I seen this opportunity, a year ago. So I went home. I was really excited. The doctor was excited. And I just, on my team, I have a travel agent. So I make sure that all the flights are the shortest and cheapest flights. I made deals with the local Hilton Hotel and other hotels in Cancun and San Jose, where mines get a special rate and they got a free buffet breakfast, and not the 2-day-old bagels and the powdered eggs either. A full buffet breakfast, really good quality. I arrange all their transportation from the airport back and forth and all the appointments. I set up tours for them. I really make going to the dentist fun again.
Well,
but
we're
without
coming
taking out the
to
second mortgage.
we're coming to the end of the show. Give everybody their phone number that they can reach you at tomorrow.
1-800-723-9513. And my website is www.thedentalconcierge.com.
Great. And Ross will be with us again next month. Give him a call tomorrow. I mean, this is amazing. I am so glad we've got you, Ross. Ross, again, like I said, will be with us again next month with more Ask the Experts.
And
Good night,
remember,
everybody.
everyone, don't make the clear choice. Make the right choice.
I love it.
Be the concierge. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in today to Ask the Experts, sponsored by board-certified family law attorney Tina Lord of Lord Law, LLC. Join host Steve-O again next Thursday for more interviews with the top experts in South Florida in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement on Ask the Experts.